We are going to talk about BGC 17, Episode 2. Let me flip my page. Coastal Clash. Did I remember that right? Yeah, Coastal Clash. And the episode starts off with, by the way, let me tell you how my day went. So I stayed up doing acting auditions all night and didn't go to bed till about 5:30, and I completely forgot I had to speak at the school today at Columbia High School for a career day for entrepreneurs with my David, cousin Shans, and he texted me at 12. I didn't see the message till about 2:30. I'm like, crap, do I have to come to the 8:30 one? Can I come to the 2:30 one? He was like, but this is the school you did last year. You should really come to this. And I'm like, as much as I didn't want to go, I was like going to bed and I kind of felt guilty. And I'm like, yeah, I should really go. And I went to bed at 5:30. I had to be up at 7:30. I went to the school. We spoke for a few hours. My cousin set me up because I thought we were just talking in front of classrooms. He has me coming in front of an entire auditorium. So I hate being late. Last year we had an hour waiting around and then eating breakfast. They had breakfast for us today. I was like 10 minutes late because of trying to print these emoji flyers and doing everything. Comes to find out, I have to walk in front of this entire auditorium. Everybody was like cheering and stuff and saying my name. I was like, oh, David's like, shh, shh, shh. He kept saying that to everybody, shh, shh, shh. And the kids be listening to him. But yeah, it was a fun experience. I have it on my Snapchat, so watch my Snapchat from today and you can see some of the kids from the high school. So that was a lot of fun. No sleep. I went there, came home, took Kiko out for a walk, had about a 2-hour nap, and I'm doing this YouTube video for you guys, and I'm about to go to acting class. So, like always, I never stop. And it's funny because my cousin's clothing brand is called Sleep is for Suckers, and I'm feeling like the whole no sleep, like sleep ain't for suckers. I need sleep. Sarah Oliver needs some damn sleep. All right, so the episode starts with Susan and Francesca talking. She says that she thought was crazy. Oh, she thought the night before was really crazy. Like the whole fighting with Kiki, Key, and Deshayla being all together. And she says that she doesn't trust Sayora anymore. And here we go with another name, Kiki. And I was like, who the hell is Kiki? So it took me about half the episode to realize that Kiki is Kiana. So then I know who Kiara is. So we're just going to call Kiana Kiki from here on out because those names be driving me crazy. So there's Kiki and there's Kiara. No one else. All right. Deshayla's saying that she's got Sayora's back even though she was talking shit about her at the beginning. Deshayla saying she got Sayora's back even though was talking shit about her. I don't know where I wrote this, guys. Y'all know I'm sleepy. I don't know if that comment makes sense to you. I can't even say anything more about it because I don't even remember what the hell I was talking about. Anyways, moving on. Kiko's over here whining like a baby. Now, by the way, do you guys like this shirt? Isn't this shirt super, super cute? It's made by Betsy Johnson, and I had to go to Marshall's yesterday really quick to get some folding chairs for my little acting audition setup. I couldn't find any, so I ordered them on Amazon. But this shirt is super cute. I got it in this light pink color, too. These are from Fashion Nova. Like little joggers. So this shirt was $20, and it's super cute. I've got the blush pink one. This one is an extra small, so it's like nicely fitted. I love it. And the back has these little things in it, too. But the pink one I had to get in a small, so it's a little baggier. And I'm like, well, I guess that's better because it's like a really, really light color. You don't want to sweat. I don't know if y'all had this problem, but I be sweating when something is in my arm. Like, so this is like loose right here. I can wear this. But if it's a fitted shirt like this, I can't wear those shirts. For some reason, material touching my armpit makes me sweat for no damn reason. Like when I get hot, I don't really sweat. Like I sweat a little bit doing the bike at the gym, but not doing working out or any other cardio. So, and it's weird too, like I sweat when I'm cold rather than I'm hot. I could be really hot and not sweat. Maybe have like a little drop on my forehead. But if a classroom is really, really cold and I have long sleeves on, I sweat. It's so weird. But I've heard people with the same issue. I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay. So, sorry I keep getting off topic. Y'all know I'm like had a lack of sleep. I am so tired. Oh, and by the way, I put like this lighter powder on my eyebrows I've been doing, and I kind of like my eyebrows light now. I think I'm gonna start doing that so they're not as dark because you know they're tattooed on. I'm about to have microblading done, and it's going to have to be darker to match the tattoo before, but I think I'm going to keep doing this powder to have these lighter eyebrows. All right. So they're already doing the photo shoot. It's episode 2. I think that's absolutely crazy. And now outside, Kiara's going off with Sayora. Basically, she is not happy that she is doing the photo shoot in between 2 girls that she doesn't really like, and she has like this face going on. Francesca said, "Why are we arguing? That West Coast tried to act bad all the time and trying to run the house, and that does seem a little bit what it is, but at the same time, isn't Kiki an East Coast girl? And I feel like she's the one really trying to prove herself over anybody. But at the beginning of this episode, Kiara was really doing way too much. Kiki and Kiara was doing too much, and I was like, Things changed about halfway through the episode, but I was not feeling either one of them at the beginning of the episode. Okay, so Kiara's getting all mad. She said, "I'll beat this bitch with another bitch. Sayora is weaker than a pair of dead batteries." She's super annoyed. Kiara and Kiana are bonding. They're walking and they're saying that we don't have anything to prove. We're from the hood. Clearly, it looks like y'all have a lot to prove because y'all acting a damn fool and getting mad over any old thing and getting loud for no damn reason. So they both get on my nerves really bad at the beginning of this episode. Kiki then confronts DeShayla. She's saying that she's upset that DeShayla grabbed her wrist. So apparently DeShayla comes to talk to Kiki to explain what's going on. DeShayla grabs her wrist. And I have a question. Do you guys think her grabbing the wrist was more of a, "Hey girl, like, let me talk to you," or was it what Kiki thought it was, like, "You're gonna listen to me"? I felt like it was a more neutral cool because DeShayla and her were friends at the time, and it seems like she grabbed it lightly and she did it calmly. She wasn't like, "Listen," but that's the way Kiki took it. So I don't know if she, in her mind, people's perception is crazy. They'd be like, like watching it back, she's probably like, "Oh yeah, she really didn't mean it that way or didn't look that way." But during the time, if you're angry about other stuff, you may take something the wrong way. That's what we learned on Marriage Boot Camp, is about perception and how you take things and what the other person meant and stuff like that. So I'm curious to know if Kiki really thought that DeShayla was being like, "Listen to me," or she made that up for drama, because it seems like she's just trying to start drama. I think she made it up. So tell me what you think. Do you think DeShayla was saying, "Listen," or was she saying, "Hey girl, like, listen to me, that's not what I meant"? One or two, was she being nice or was she being like rude? And then the second question to that is, if DeShayla was being nice, does Kiki really believe she was being mean, or is Kiki making it up that she's being mean to start an issue? 2 questions. Answer both of those for me. All right, so then, okay, so we finally see Seven. I think she's really, really pretty. She goes, "Oh, we're doing the photo shoot, da-da-da, it's going to be fun." She has a little cute thing on her wrist. And she says that it's not really okay that Kiki is 3 times Sayora's size, so why does she feel threatened by her? She's talking about Susan. DeShayla says she's been just bored and wants drama. Oh yeah, so DeShayla's saying it too. Kiki just wants drama. She's bored. All right, so Seven's really excited about the photo shoot. West Coast says, so the West Coast girls, I don't know how I skipped to this damn photo shoot. I told y'all I'm sleepy. That's the whole Kiara looking evil during the photo shoot. She says she's not feeling it. And I'm thinking, like, girl, you better suck it up. This is like a photo shoot. Like, it's not being fake because you're smiling. Like, you're in a professional setting. Like, who cares about these stupid bitches you don't like beside you? They're telling you to do this. This is going to be your shot for the season and all over the internet, and it's always going to be seen. So it ain't being fake by smiling about these 2 girls being beside you, but like, I'm gonna be cute, I'm gonna look good, but I don't have to like you. Like, I ain't gonna be like, "Hey girl," like, no, I'll be like, and then smile, like however you need to put your hand on their shoulder or whatever. Like, I'm all about being professional. I cuss your ass out after the photo shoot. Like, no, I don't like, that's very yeah, no. She gave me the vibes of Ryan from last season, where it's like being rude to production type people because of the situation. And a word of advice to all of you out there is, you always be respectful and professional, especially in the entertainment industry, to production, no matter what. These photo shoot people, this is so crazy because on season 11, my photo shoot people, I remember the lady's name was Michelle. She was styling us. The makeup girl as well. They loved me. I was super polite. Other girls were like, I'm not wearing this. I don't want to do that. No, I don't have to listen to you. You're not my mom. And I was super polite, and I was like, I don't really like this. Can we change it up? And like, cool, Sarah. Like, what do you want to do? We're both respectful of each other. And at the end of the day, I let them control the situation because they are the stylists. They are the makeup people. And it actually came back because on Marriage Boot Camp, it was the same stylists and makeup people a couple years later, the same people. Like in the entertainment industry, you will see the same people over and over and over. And of course, you want to have a good reputation, or some people don't really care, but I like having a good reputation. Sarah's on time, she's respectful, she does this, she does that, and I'm easy to work with, so people want to keep working with me. Okay, 7 says she's excited about the shoot. I already said that. Francesca says Kiara is a diva and she's always complaining. And that, of course, she's referring to the photo shoot. And I agree at this point. Kiara seemed like she just so negative all the time. So the girls go to lunch. Francesca says it's hard being there because she's so positive and everyone's arguing is giving her anxiety. She loves her job bartending and she likes to watch people have fun. And I can definitely see that in her. She just wants to have fun and not have any drama. But I'm like, why did you come on Bad Girls Club? You should have been on Real World. Susan tells Kiki, like, she doesn't, on the way back in the car, she says, like, I don't want to hear you talking about sitting on someone's face. And Francesca and Kiki are talking about it, and Kiki decides to get offended as always, and she's like, I can talk about it if I want. If you want to talk about cheating on your husband, I let you. Like, don't talk about me riding somebody's face. I mean, I don't know if I'm the only one. I don't want to be thinking about Kiki sitting on somebody's face. Like, I don't need that visual in my head, which is going to last this entire episode. And then Kiki did something I really didn't like. So as Susan's driving, she lights a lighter beside her face. Okay, for one, that could have caught her hair on fire. Secondly, that's a threat. And thirdly, like, what if she freaked out and reacted and, like, swerved off the road and, like, killed all of you, or all of you got hurt? Like, that was some really disrespectful shit, and I feel like she should have gotten in trouble. Maybe she did. I don't know. I hope production fined her for that. Like, that was not okay. I really didn't like that. Somebody caught my hair on fire. I was playing one time and lit it behind my head, and my hair just went, the whole back of it went in flames in high school. I was so mad. Luckily, I had a lot of hair, so I didn't miss anything, but still, no. Okay, Kiki lights the lighter. Susan comments, me cheating on my husband is real. You sitting on a guy's face isn't real. That's pretty funny. I like that. Okay, so they get back at the house, and it's like yelling and screaming going on. 7 says, Kiki, titty bumping bitches is not okay because she's way too big to be doing that. I agree. Titty's like out to here. Like, it doesn't. No, you can't be titty bumping bitches. Okay, Kiki says Kiki's going off like, oh, she's embarrassing me. Sayora's embarrassing me. Like, or no, Susan's embarrassing me. I want to hit her. And I'm thinking, like, girl, you embarrassing yourself. Take responsibility for how you're acting. Like, you don't have to act a damn fool. Like, I stood up for myself, and I wasn't embarrassing myself. Like, I don't feel like I did anything embarrassing. You embarrassing your damn self. So don't try to put that on somebody else, because that means they have power over you. That girl is technically controlling you if she's making you act out of your supposed character. And that says a lot about Susan. Like, how is this girl you just met controlling how you are? No. Okay. So now we see Kiki whining to 7. She says, oh, I can't talk about sitting on someone's face and blah, blah, blah. And that shit hurt me bad. And I just tried to let it go. Bitch, you ain't trying to let nothing go. You blowing this up way out of proportion. And how did it hurt you? As if it hurts your feelings, as if that's your damn friend. I got Rima flashbacks from season 13. Like, no, you're annoyed or mad that we woke you up in the middle of the night. Not, oh, you hurt Rocky's feelings because she has to be up early. Bitch, it ain't hurt nobody's damn feelings. Like, get your words right. Like, how can somebody hurt your feelings that you don't give a fuck about? Like, they piss you off, they don't hurt your feelings. Like, no. Kiki is on some bullshit. Okay, Susan says, have you seen me cheat on my husband? Okay, so, and she's all calm, like, have you seen me cheat on my husband? She said, it looked like she had the computer, and Kiki's like, no, but she's going off saying, but you told us that. And next thing you know, of course, Sayora is MIA once again, and Susan's upset that Sayora is not doing anything. They're outside, and Kiara calls Kiki out about letting everything make her mad. She was like, anything that contrasts with you, even me talking to you right now, is getting you a little annoyed. She's like, no, you're my friend. I'm just mad at the situation. I'm not mad at you. I think that's like a quick... I feel like she was getting a little bit annoyed, not in the sense of I don't like you no more, but a little annoyed. But then Kiki had to say it, like, save herself by saying, no, it's nothing to do with you. It's about them. And I feel like she was doing that because she didn't want to lose a friend, and of course people will start turning on her. You could tell that Kiki's somebody that needs people like to follow her. All right, so Susan calls Sayora out for her not having her back. Sayora says that she was being neutral, and of course that's what she's basically accusing her of doing. She says she's being fake. She says, you weren't even my... Oh, so she's like, you're my friend. You were supposed to have my back. And then Sayora's like, oh, like, we've been knowing each other for 2 days. Like, I'm not your friend like that. Like, what are you talking about? That shit was funny. I was like, oh, yeah, you right. How y'all best friends in 2 days? So I kind of feel her on that. I feel Susan... for her to say, like, you supposed to be, like, my buddy and, like, you ain't have my back. Or at least stand beside her and not have to say anything. You don't have to say anything, but the fact that you're beside her shows that you have her back, okay? You don't have to say not one word. So first they want to be like, girl, we friends for 2 days. 2 days is not friends. That was pretty funny. I think I would have to side with Susan in that sense. I mean, yeah, it's been 2 days. They're not really friends. But if y'all bonding and talking all the time... And I do feel like she should have at least been standing beside her. Okay. And without even having to, like, yell and get involved. You don't have to get involved or say anything. Just stand beside her. And I think that would have fixed that whole situation. Okay, so she tells Sayora to shut the fuck up. And she's arguing. And Deshayla's, like, grinning the entire time, which I didn't really like. Yeah. I don't like people grinning when other people are arguing. I'm like, you just so evil. Like, what? Sayora is, next thing you know, Sayora is screaming, but, Sayora is screaming with Susan now, so the fight shifted to them, and all I can see is that her nipples are hard through that thin shirt, and they crooked, and I ain't saying, like, she got crooked titties, because sometimes mine be uneven sometimes, but it's funny, because I'll even say that, like, if I'm wearing something for, like, a photo shoot or something, and you can see them a little bit. For one, I try to cover them, but secondly, I'll be like, they're not crooked, are they? Okay, let me pull this one up, push this one down, because everybody's, like, pretty much the majority, 99.8% of people, they're not completely symmetrical, and that's what everything, like, your face, your eye, like, one's bigger, like, one eyebrow's wider, one eye's wider than the other, my smile goes up on the side, you know, I know all this about myself, so nothing's symmetrical, so I'm not bashing her for her nipples being hard, or being crooked, because pretty much everybody's is, but that's all I could see was crooked nipples the whole time she was arguing. It reminded me of, remember I think that happened to Shannon on season 10, I don't know why that really, like, that was real funny to me. What time is it? I don't know who blowing me up. I gotta get to class. I gotta hurry up. 8:11. Okay, so all the girls walk away, and now Kiki is saying, since we cleared our issue, Kiki's saying, okay, Kiki's telling Sayora, since we cleared our issue, you can sleep in my room, and she's basically being the savior of the day. No, I do feel like that's kind of fake. I was just arguing. You pushed her across the damn room last episode, and now you're telling her to sleep in your room, in your bed. But I do like her purple nails. That's the only thing I like about Kiki so far, is her purple nails. All right. So, good covering your belly, dramatic tendencies by taking Sarah on... Oh, okay, and that's what I wrote. Way to go, Kiki, for covering your bully, dramatic nonsense that's been going on by trying to take Sayora under your wings. I guess she's trying to, like, you know, cover her ass a little bit. Okay, so Francesca says that she wants... Francesca wants points for the East Coast, so she decides to dance naked on the roof with Sayora, and Francesca says, my vagina is a little hairy, but I want to get these points. I'm like, okay, GG. All right, so now the East Coast is winning again with the bucket list. Kiera then says she's feeling betrayed with Sayora sleeping in Kiki's bed. That was their thing. She feels like that's weak, and now she has to watch Kiki. I kind of agree with that. Okay, Susan, and at this point, I'm starting to like Kiera a little bit. Now that Kiera's not with Kiki, I'm starting to like her. Susan says she's not used to being betrayed by female friends. She doesn't know how it feels, and that's how she, and I'm thinking, like, really? Because I've been betrayed by a lot of female friends. That's why I don't be having any friends. They be, And she calls her, I heard this twice, I promise you. She calls her Sarah, not Sayora. Sayora. No, she's not saying Sayora. That's 3 syllables. Sarah is 2. Sora. I swear she's saying Sarah. Anybody else think she's saying Sarah? I feel like she is. Okay, so Sarah's saying, been 2 days, we ain't really friends. They go to Sandy Alley. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I went there with Natalie. It's kind of like an outside flea market place. It's kind of cool. All right, so Kiki is becoming close to Francesca and Sayora while they're shopping, and she says that she likes that they're fun and positive, and they both really, really cute. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever. Susan says her stepdad, back at home, Susan says her stepdad disowned her and her sisters. None of them graduated. She went to live with her uncle and she started stripping. And Kiara says that she's now bonding with Susan and now she understands why that she was so upset that Sayora didn't have her back, because that's kind of like a life issue with her, is like people not feeling like somebody has her back. So it does make sense where she's coming from. Her mom didn't have her back, kind of sided with the boyfriend, husband, and then sent her to her uncle. So yeah, it makes sense why she feels that way. Francesca is talking to her mom on the phone and she says that she's not running away from anything at home, so it's hard for her to be there. And I feel like there's a good chance that Francesca may leave. And I'm wondering, like, if one little dramatic thing happened to Francesca, I feel like she'd be out the door in a second. Nothing's even happening to her, and I feel like she's questioning leaving. Okay, Kiara starts talking to Susan and Seven. She's saying that she likes watching. They're like sitting on Kiara's bed, and she's saying that she likes watching documentaries. She likes learning, so I like that about her because it's always good to learn. Most people don't read a book after high school. I actually read more now and listen to more audiobooks than I ever did during high school. So it's by choice and learning now. So I like that she says that. Kiki's walking around being all rude, like, something about my Hennessy something, and then she has the nerve to go up to the pictures and body shame Susan, saying Susan has a SpongeBob body. And I'm thinking, like, Kiki, you delusional. For one, it's not okay to body shame somebody, and then two, like, your body's not on point, so don't body shame someone else. My body's on point, and I still don't body shame people. You have no room to talk. Like, I don't know where that's even coming from. Body shaming Susan. Get out of here. Okay, Kiki rubs her ass/vagina on Susan's bed. That's completely nasty and disgusting. I don't see how, like, that's okay. That's, like, bodily fluids. Like, somebody can get sick from that. Like, you can get a sty or like a sty in your eye. I think you can get, like, I don't know what you can get from that. That is disgusting. Okay, she says that she's going to tell the other girls to see if they'll tell. Sayora says it's funny. Kiara then whispers to Francesca as they're all sitting there about what happened, and Susan says, you know, she realizes that she's the only one that doesn't know what's going on, so clearly it's about her. She says to Kiara, like, can you tell me, they're going up the elevators, can you tell me whatever? And Kiara's like, well, I'd rather you ask somebody else because of her loyalty to Kiki. But then I think it was her voice that actually ends up telling her. Francesca says that she likes Kiki and that's her girl, and tells Susan to keep the peace and ask nicely about it. Susan then confronts Kiki, and Kiki decides to shove Susan. Susan shoves her back and basically throws her on the floor. Kiki falls, and, like, Susan was about to whoop her ass. That would have been good if security would have let it go on for a couple seconds, because Kiki doing all this mess and starting all this shit, and then she even shoves Susan first, and then Susan slams her on the ground, which she's like twice her size, so that was really good. Sayora's then applauding, so Seven then says, I hope you get this one too, Susan, like, get this one too, about Sayora. Kiara then jumps in and says, this is going to be my time to, like, say something finally, and she jumps in the conversation and then goes off on Sayora, saying, she basically uses this as a reason to go off on her, and Sayora then says, like, I'm not going to be weak anymore, I'm going to stand up for myself, and da-da-da. Ooh, and I got to hurry up, it's 8:17, I'm supposed to be in class in 13 minutes, I still got to upload this. Alright, so let me get to your questions on Instagram. Alright. The Platinum God _ says, who do you think had the best photo shoot outfit? Crazy, because I was taking notes and watching what was happening. I didn't pay attention to the outfits whatsoever. Thank you, all of you, for the sweet comment saying I'm so pretty. Okay, King _ G Gabrielle says, who do you like best as now, and who do you think is fake? Susan is still my favorite. I feel like Kiki is fake, and I didn't like, oh, no, it's timing out. I didn't like Sayora at all at the beginning of this episode, but I'm really starting to come around and like her. Ray Money _ says, you don't ever see my questions. For one, you don't be writing me questions. People be saying that so I answer their questions. I know what you do. You try to trick me. Do you think you would last on this season so far? Yeah, as long as everybody wasn't jumping me and being sent home as a liability, like, yeah, I'd be like, y'all just arguing over nothing. Okay. Flawless Alyssa says, also, what do you think about Susan body slamming Kiana I do think Kiana deserved that slam. But she put the laughing, crying face, and that's exactly what I want to do. I want to laugh and cry. You better make my mascara come off. Yeah, that was really good. That made me really happy. Okay, Cartoon KJ says, who is your favorite bad girl? And I would like to see you back on Oxygen. You really are my favorite. Thank you. And my favorite of all time, of course, is me, Sarah Oliver. Thank you. All right, let me go to a couple more, and then I have to go because I gotta get to class. Okay, it's Brianna underscore E. Do you like East Coast or West Coast better? I'm like torn because I don't even know who's what who anymore. I did write down that, and it's like the clicks aren't really matched up anymore. Sayora, Susan, and Kiara are West Coast. Actually, so I like West Coast. No, I don't like. Sierra's okay. Sayora. I don't know. It's a mixture. I like a mixture of them. I'm not picking one side completely. And let's see, one more question. Brian Banks said, "How would you react if someone told your business the way Sayora did?" For one, you're saying your business on national television. You guys have only known each other for 2 days. If you don't want everybody to know, then you shouldn't have said it. End of story. You said it on national television like everybody's about to know. So, whatever. And you guys know I like Susan, but hello, of course people are going to say your business. You just told everybody. And that kind of goes, okay, last one. Love You Like Ice Cream says, who do you think is the most logical girl? I feel like Seven is. We haven't seen that much of her. She's out of the drama. She makes good points when we do see her. There was one time where she opened her mouth outside and it cut from her and it sounded like she was going to join the argument. So maybe we're just not seeing what's going on. I'm not really sure. But I think Seven is so far. And okay, I gotta go. I gotta go to class. I love you guys. There's my little Kiko. And let me turn this off. Oh, crap. Bye.